Hello, my name is Wes. Today's video is going to be a bit different to my normal content. I've been really enjoying Iceberg videos and I thought it'd be fitting to make my own. As always, if you're new around here, be sure to like and subscribe as it helps the channel out massively. With that being said, let's get into it. Being first released in Japan on the 27th of February 1996, it's fair to say Pokemon has been around longer than a lot of us have been alive. With any franchise this big, there's bound to be controversies and fan theories circulating, and that's what I'm hoping to cover in today's video. The Pokemon Iceberg. Tip of the iceberg. Missingno. Missingno is one of the most well-known bugs in Pokemon history, being seen in a few forms: the normal barcode glitch, a ghost Pokemon, and an Aerodactyl skeleton. Due to the player's character not being named as intended, and is read differently to the kind of data, the game attempts to generate an encounter with a Pokemon with an invalid identifier, this creating Missingno. Mewtwo. Back in the older generations of the game, the internet wasn't as accessible as it is today, meaning a lot of rumours were typically passed around by word of mouth. The Mewtwo is a perfect example of this. In the original copies of Red and Blue, there was a truck that was rumoured to have a Mew underneath it. People tried all different things, such as using HMs on it, although they never found any success. Ditto is a failed Mew clone. Mew and Ditto have a lot of similarities. They're both 8.8 pounds, they're both genderless, and they both learn transform. In the Dex entry of Mewtwo, it states that he is the only successful clone of Mew, implying there were several attempts prior which failed. It's heavily implied that Mewtwo was created on Cinnabar Island, which is the only place Ditto can be caught. Real-world animals. Real-world animals have been mentioned a few times throughout Pokemon. Most commonly, they're named in relation to Pokemon. For example, Sandshrew is known as the mouse Pokemon. In addition to this, in Generation 1, a sailor mentions something about jellyfish, and a birdkeeper sprite has an actual bird on their arm. Evolution swaps. Some Pokemon have evolution lines that don't follow the same theme, and it's believed that their evolutions were swapped. Some examples of this are Venonat should turn into Butterfree, Dratini should evolve into Gyarados, Magikarp could evolve into Dragonite, and Graveler into Machamp. Ho-Oh granting wishes. In the Pokemon episode I Choose You, Ash sees a Ho-Oh flying over the rainbow after a storm. It's said that Ho-Oh grants wishes, and Ash's wish is to be a Pokemon trainer forever, which could explain why he never ages. Porygon seizures. Den-O Senshi Porygon, or in English, Computer Warrior Porygon or Electric Soldier Porygon, is the 38th episode in the first Pokemon anime. When it was first broadcast in 1997, it caused a substantial number of Japanese viewers to have epileptic fits. After the incident, the anime went into a 4-month hiatus. The episode has since been parodied a few times, including in The Simpsons, 30 Minutes Over Tokyo, and South Park's Chin Pokemon. Rivals Raticate dying. In the SS Anne rival fight, your rival has a Raticate. You later find your rival in the Pokemon Tower mourning the death of one of his Pokemon. Upon battling him, you find he no longer has the Raticate. It's thought that his Raticate sustained serious wounds during the SSN fight and couldn't get to a Pokemon Center in time, causing it to perish. Middle of the iceberg. Oak is the champion. Oak has mentioned that in his prime he was an outstanding trainer, but it's never directly stated he's the Indigo League champion. It was hinted at in the older games and in the Origins anime. There was also a removed Oak battle boss in Red and Blue which basically confirms this theory. All a story. This theory suggests that everything that's happened so far in the Pokemon anime is simply a story a mother is telling to her daughter. There are several times throughout the anime in which a mother and daughter can be seen in the background. This would explain why Ash never grows old, and every region is a different story. Mr. Mime is with Ash's mum. Mr. Mime is somewhat a stepdad to Ash. His mother and Mr. Mime, nicknamed Mimey, spend a lot of time together and he even won them a trip to Alola in the anime. Gengar is a dead Clefable. Gengar and Clefable share a lot of features: the pointy ears, stubby limbs, 3 fingers, a spiky back, and a tail. Both are often found on a full moon, so this theory suggests that Gengar is actually a dead Clefable. Alternatively, the theory suggests that Gengar is Clefable's shadow. Ash's father is a dedicated trainer. It's hinted at a few times in the anime that Ash's dad is a Pokemon trainer, and a dedicated one at that. This would explain why we never see him, because he's currently still on his adventure and he's too busy for Ash. Mewtwo Bone Machine. In the Pokemon movie Mewtwo Strikes Back, there is a scene in which Mewtwo attacks Ash with some sort of bone machine. It's theorized that these bones came from the scientists Mewtwo killed at the start of the movie. Bottom of the iceberg. People eating Pokemon. We see the protagonist of the Pokemon anime eating meat a lot, but where does it come from? We know Team Rocket tried to sell Slowpoke tails, and in the one scene of the anime we see a cooked prepared Magikarp, suggesting that people probably eat Pokemon. Silent Hill. In Gold and Silver, the starting town was originally called Silent Hill, but was later changed to Newbark Town. It's thought to have been changed to try and avoid comparison to the horror game that was released during Gold and Silver's development, this being Silent Hill. Unknown nuke victims. The Unknown are meant to represent the victims of the nuclear bomb that was dropped on Hiroshima. In the demo of Gold and Silver, it takes place across all of Japan, with each town representing a different region. The entire Kanto region was also condensed into a single town that only had a few familiar buildings in it. The area in which you could find Unknown was Hiroshima. Buried Alive Final Trainer. Buried Alive was a creepypasta made about the original Pokemon games. The creepypasta depicts the trainer fighting a final boss named Buried Alive. Upon losing to this trainer, as the name would suggest, the player is indeed buried alive. Racist Gengar. The infamous Racist Gengar event took place in 2009 at a Nintendo World event. Flyers were distributed telling fans that they would get a mystery gift. The mystery gift was the Racist Gengar. It was named a racial slur and it had moves that reflected references to racial stereotypes. Under the Iceberg. Less encounters on 9/11 and Diamond and Pearl. On days dedicated to remembering tragedies such as 9/11, Nagasaki and Hiroshima, Pokemon are 10% less likely to spawn in all areas of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. The Canalave Library. In the Canalave Library there is a book that states a lot of strange things about Pokemon. One of these being that Pokemon and humans used to have no different distinguishable features. Another one states that humans and Pokemon used to take one another's hand in marriage. This could explain why there's so many humanoid Pokemon. Pokemon are dangerous. It's a known fact that a lot of Pokemon have creepy dex entries, but some are worse than others. These dex entries would imply that living in the world of Pokemon would be dangerous. Some examples of these is how Drifloon abducts children at night, and how Banette is an abandoned doll that now seeks the child who threw it away to take revenge. High-frequency suicide. Lavender Town Syndrome, as it's more commonly known, is the theory that listening to the Lavender Town soundtrack, the one playing in the background of this video, at a higher frequency caused extreme distress to some Japanese children, causing mass suicide. Whilst this didn't actually happen, it is unsettling nonetheless. So, this has been my rendition of the Pokemon Iceberg. Please be sure to leave your thoughts and suggestions down in the comments below. 98% of my viewers are not subscribed, so be sure to like and subscribe as it does help the channel out massively. I'm in a position now where I can create more content more often, so be sure to look out for that. Hope you have a nice day.